Hello and welcome to Matrix Velocity. This product is an embedded product within the Salesforce CRM application. Take note of the tabs that are across the top of the tab bar. They're naming conventions. When you look at accounts and contacts, opportunities, and quotes, this is all Salesforce. Where Matrix takes over is at the matrix order. So when you look at opportunities and quotes, either one can be converted over to a matrix order. From the order, that's where we go through fulfillment, we create purchase orders, and we also create pick tickets and so forth. So what I'm going to do is at the account level here, I'm going to go in and create a new opportunity just to show you that I can start from a Salesforce opportunity object, name my object here, and or opportunity with the date, the stage that it's at, generally just Salesforce type of opportunity fields. Now once my opportunity is created, I'm going to go ahead and add products to this opportunity. Now when I go to add products, I'm going into a matrix price book rather than a Salesforce price book. Although we mirror, we add more capability in our price book than what Salesforce offers. So we can show just physical products, that means tangible, I can touch the products. Non-inventory products are things like managed services, labor, things I don't touch. And so I can segregate between the two types of views within my price book. And of course we've added a couple more filters as well. So what I'm going to do is just grab a couple products here, and I'm going to add those products onto my opportunity. At this level, we also have what is called availability. This little available pop-up allows us to see what inventory locations have what stock available for the sales reps to sell. We also have the history pop-up. And in the history, what this allows us to do is to also see the last transactions we did for that particular product for that particular customer. So we've got our quantities here, and we'll just bump that up to a couple of each. Now, within Matrix, even at the opportunity and quote, we do drive additional data on those objects such as profitability, cost of goods on an opportunity, quote, and order. Now everything we do in Matrix, there's a complete historical transaction record created going all the way back to the account level. So now that I have this opportunity that I'm working, I can convert this opportunity to a quote. What happens there is that when I do that, it just takes all the line items that were on this particular opportunity and moves them over to a quote. I can also take this opportunity and move it over to a matrix order. Now for video time, I'm going to go ahead and just convert this over to an order. This button is the same on the quote. Now take note that I can also start right at a matrix order. I don't need an opportunity or a quote. If a client calls in and just says, I need, and here's a purchase order and ship it, I just go in and create a matrix order and follow through from this point where I'm going to take you on. So now that I have a matrix order in an open status, we have a trigger here called commit. What this allows us to do is to send workflow alerts to other people within your organization that we have a committed order that is actually ready for fulfillment. These are the order line items that are on that particular order. And from here, I'm going to move over to fulfillment. So your sales rep did the opportunities or quotes, did the order. Once that order was committed, once again, workflow alert goes out, somebody else in your organization is now moving through fulfillment. Now within fulfillment, we have back orders, we can create purchase orders, we can pick from different inventory locations. It tells you what's available to sell, what's on hand, and what's on order or what's on purchase order for both these locations. I can pick out of different locations, so I could say let's do core inventory for one of them, and what this does is it creates two separate pick tickets, one for my primary location and one for core. Or I can just say pick them both out of primary, of course, and that creates one pick ticket. Or I could even say on one of these items, I want you to create a purchase order on one and a pick ticket on the other. And that PO could be a drop ship PO, could be any one of the above. So let's do both. So right now my system just created a pick ticket and sent that pick ticket down to the warehouse in a non-pick status. So that's what's happening in the background. Right in front of us, I have the ability to do a drop shipment or bring the product into my location for pre-config. I'm going to choose drop ship. If there are many products on this page, having these buttons up here is quite nice. So you have different pricing, different delivery dates. Once again, you can select all the fastest vendors, lowest cost vendors, or preferred vendor. The preferred vendor is in red. So I have vendor price books in Matrix, which is quite different. That means that this same product here is sold by many different companies, and again it comes down to cost and delivery. So I'm going to say go ahead and create the purchase order, the drop ship purchase order. Now this drop ship purchase order is automatically related to the order. So once again, every transaction has got a complete history all the way back to the customer. So it's not just a line item transaction history, it is from the opportunity, the quote, the order, the pick tickets, everything that you do in Matrix has full transaction history. So now that I've created this purchase order is related to order 53 that we are just on. The status of this particular order is in a drop ship, not received, drop ship. So once I receive my confirmation, I just click this button here. This allows me to receive those items into purchase order 46 from a drop ship standpoint. I'm just going to say save and return to the PO. We're not receiving more. Quantity 2 items, there were no shorts. So now that we've done that, my status is now received in full drop ship for these particular, or this particular line item, quantity 2. I'm going back to the order, and at this order level, I'm going to look at the pick ticket. Now there is a separate tab for the pick tickets as well, but I just wanted to show you that from the order to show you that there is a full history going all the way back. So now that I'm at my pick ticket line item is not picked at the line item level for pick ticket 28. So now what I'm going to do is I can print my pick ticket for the warehouse to go out and pull products off a shelf. Once they do that, I take it over to a pack station, and I'm confirming that I've got the picks right. So I'm at my pack station machine, I'm looking at what I'm supposed to pick and what I did pick, and if everything matches, I can say okay. I can short it as well if needed. And so what I can tell you at this point is I can update whomever you would like within your facility that this pick ticket is now fully picked, or this pick line item is fully picked, not the pick ticket, for order 53. So once again, everything goes back. Total historical transactions. We're picking out of the primary inventory location. And of course, I'm ready to weigh and scale out my boxes that I'm shipping. And from this standpoint, I'm just going to go ahead and print my packing slip. That would be the save and print. Packing slip goes in the box. And now that I've done that, I can go back to my order. My order has two options. One option is I can set it up as auto close. The other option, manual close. Whether it's auto or manual, my status moves on the order to closed, and I also generate an invoice transaction. Now, this invoice transaction creates a record, and in this record you can also use this to move our invoice transaction over to any accounting system that you would like. And so here's our invoice. Again, it's just an object that we created within Salesforce. And we have our different line items at different pricing and so forth. And when you look at the order itself, if we went back to the matrix order, at this order level, as I scroll down here, we're going to see all the totals and profitability. If you had any integration to other shipping systems, it'll give you the freight and total weight of the products. We can see the pick ticket that's attached to this order, the invoice that's attached to this order, as well as the purchase order and all the asset records that were sold to that particular customer. So that's everything that's at that level as far as the order level. Now I want to take you back to the account page. So once I sell a product to a customer, that product becomes the customer's assets. So as you can see here, we have serialized assets. We track the date that it was installed, the order that it was processed on, and if there were any warranties at all. If there was a purchase order involved in this, we also track that. So here's the PO numbers, and of course the orders that it was related to. We also track non-serialized assets that were sold to the customer. And we even track all the way down to non-physical assets like labor. These assets are tied to the matrix case tool. So when you look at the Salesforce case, we expanded that into a very deep service work order system. It's impressive, and it's just part of our offering. We also have other features like maintenance contracts that are directly related to the case and the assets that the customer owns. So when you go to create a case, you can add a case asset from the customer with serial number and track that. If you use our RMA system, Return Merchandise Authorization, you can actually track the asset via serial number that is owned by that customer and track the disposition of that serial number, such as a hot swap. So if I hot swap, then this serial number and this product is no longer owned by that customer, and we can swap it out with a new serial number via the RMA and remove this asset from the customer, all in an automation manner. So it's a very, I'm going to call it a slick product, very simple here. Our inventory locations, you can have as many different inventory locations as you would like. Car stock, trunk stock, stock that's on-premise owned by you, but it's on a customer site. So we have all of that. And within our stock locations, you can also see what's on order, what's on hand, available, allocated, along with many other silos of data if you would like. We have other features within Matrix that, again, are just standard features, standing orders, automated orders, and we even have manufacturing built into Matrix. Now, with all these capabilities and features, don't let them intimidate you. They're built in, they're just there. Whether you use them or not is entirely up to you. The core value of Matrix is inventory management and order fulfillment, which I've just shown you, with the ability to create purchase orders as well. So that is our core system. It's a very simple system to use. It works extremely well. It was released back in 2010. So we've had a long time to really hone in on the development of this product, and it just continues to get better. Reach out to us. We're at dataflow.com, and that's dataflow without a W. And look forward to hearing from you as well. Thanks.